You know, some people still think I'm crazy for using my iPad as my main machine. But hear me out. Here's just a list of things I do on this very iPad. And trust me, some of these might shock you. So I use my iPad for time blocking. I use it for social media, both for getting inspiration, aka doom scrolling and creating stuff. It's my go-to for content consumption on YouTube and movies. I plan, script, edit, post. I'm even recording this audio right now on this very iPad. I used to extend my screen with Sidecar when I had a Mac. I write all my blogs, newsletters, and I'm currently writing my book on this very iPad. I read ebooks, play AAA title games, hop on Zoom calls, do marketing analysis. I've even taken dancing classes on this very iPad. And when it comes to digital arts, I do sketches, doodles, 3D stuff, and I'm even working on a wallpaper design which is coming soon, by the way. I do some light productivity like sending emails, working with PDFs, whether it's signing for a new car, apartment, or even a restraining order against that weird neighbor. I code on this very iPad, and yes, you can actually code on an iPad. I could go on and on, but please do tell me if you're interested. I can take you guys through my workflow in more details if you also plan on using your iPad as your main device. Please do so in the comment section down below. In simple words, I perform all my computational tasks on this little 256 gigs iPad in pink. And I know I'm disappointed in myself as well. But anyways, this raises the question, what even is a laptop? Is it just the screen or the keyboard? Or is it more about the operating system? Personally, I'd argue it's more of the operating system. Laptops are powerful because they run full desktop operating systems that can handle all sorts of apps and can mostly sustain a heavier workload. But so can the iPad, minus the full desktop operating system part, which I personally think Apple is clearly trying to keep control over the iPad OS. Even the apps you can install are limited to what's available to you on the App Store. Unlike macOS, where you can download software from the web, they are essentially locking down iPadOS just like they've done with the iOS on the iPhones. Just imagine the possibilities we'd have if we could install different operating systems like Linux. And yes, there have been attempts, but they haven't gained any traction yet or at all. And still, the iPad with iPadOS is getting closer and closer to that laptop level of functionality. So if your workflow doesn't involve specific macOS or Windows or Linux apps, or if you just do most of your work online or on a cloud-based environment, I think the iPad is a worthy consideration. And with the flexibility of switching between touch, typing, a cursor, and a stylus input, it opens up a whole range of possibilities and use cases. But here comes a plot twist. Using the iPad as my main machine hasn't been all sunshine and rainbow. No, if you buy all the accessories like the Apple Pencil, a folio keyboard, and a dongle for extra ports, this thing can easily run you the same price of a decent laptop, or sometimes even more. And getting a Pro model offers nothing more than better speakers, which are already good on all Apple devices, and perhaps a brighter screen for outdoors use, and that's it. We also have a few compromises in performing some other tasks, like let's take coding for instance. We don't have a native terminal, so you have to rely on online tools like code spaces, which, let's be honest, are not quite the same as doing everything locally on your desktop machine. So why even buy an iPad in the first place? Well, in the end, whether or not the iPad is the right choice for you entirely depends on your workflow. And as for me, why do I use the iPad as my main and only machine? Well, I guess it just makes sense. Yeah, it just makes sense. Anyways, I'll leave you guys with the words of Steve Jobs himself as to what he envisioned the iPad for.
Is there room for a third category of device in the middle, something that's between a laptop and a smartphone? The bar is pretty high. In order to really create a new category of devices, those devices are going to have to be far better at doing some key tasks. They're going to have to be far better at doing some really important things. Better than the laptop, better than the smartphone. What kind of tasks? Well, things like browsing the web, doing email, enjoying and sharing photographs, video, watching videos, enjoying your music collection, playing games, reading ebooks. So, let me show it to you now. This is what it looks like. I happen to have one right here. That's what it looks like.
I had so much fun creating this video, and I hope to see you when you see me. Stay tight.